What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, Mystic Watch, and today we're doing a brand new video, and it's going to be called Optimal Team Analysis. And we're going to be doing this using the Reddit because there's a lot of information to go over, and thankfully we have some great people out here on Reddit who spend a lot of time putting this stuff together. So this is a type of video where I want to go over the different types of what each character, not each character in that element necessarily does, but kind of like the roles, the major roles, and who's the best in each role. And then on top of that, we'll figure out a proper composition of teams for that team, and then the best way to run that element. And this is mostly for you guys who are trying to do those S rank, A rank objectives. For example, 3-tail Naruto, right? Or 4-tail Naruto, whatever. He is body unit. So if, for example, this optimal heart team analysis might help you out with that. So you'd figure out, okay, using this, you might be able to come up with a team that is able to beat that S rank or A rank body, heart only, if you haven't done so already. Then again, this also is going to take into account just like one. You're not going to be running duplicate of units unless they are your friend unit. So it's like if you manage to get 6 Maduras, I'm not going to consider that optimal team. This is taken into account in a realistic perspective also. Got that Boku no Hero music playing in the background. So we're hyped. This is going to be our first video. And I wanted to thank, before we start, Anton Labs for making this top nukers of each element. Because I'm going to go over this as well. And then I want to thank Just Some School Fags, funny name, for making his team analysis guides. And this is going to be the basis for everything. He's made one for every single type of team or element. And I was waiting for his permission to use this. And he says he just wanted to edit up some things before he wanted to let me use it. So he finished doing what he had to do. And he says, gave me the go. He says, go ahead, go make a video. So I really appreciate that, man. This guy is really helpful to the sub. He's always out here like promoting discussion and things of that nature. So this information is going to be good. So I'll link this down below. So I'm not going to go over every single character and read every single line that he wrote. This is going to be simply like a guide or a basis for my own optimal team analysis in a sense. So starting off, we're going to look at the different types of units that you can run, the different roles that they fill. So starting off, we have healers. Pretty much Tsunade is the only 6-star heart healer that has a heal on her jutsu, and she is a core healer, whereas like there's certain, maybe not now, but at the time of her release, she was considered a mandatory or must-have unit just because of how strong she was. And you'd even use her on those like missions where they were body only, or like there were body enemies. Even though she was weak against body, you'd use her just because of how strong the heal was. So even to this day, with her limit break, still an amazing unit. It's not like she's going to get pushed out anytime soon unless they release a better Tsunade for heart, but they probably won't do that anytime soon again. Then her normal jutsu has her heal for 4 chakra, and then her ultimate jutsu for 8 chakra is a high damaging single target, nuke in a sense. Then in terms of any other actual healers with jutsu abilities on their jutsu to heal, we have Shizune, who is a 4-star unit, or you get her as a 3-star or 4-star, whatever. She awakens into a 4-star. And then she has a 3 and 6 cost chakra cost, field heal, and then on top of that she can heal 1000 HP with her jutsu. I used to run, before I had Tsunade, I would run like 3 Shizunes because that's all I had. Right, so Shizune is a type of person where even if you're free to play, you've probably managed to pick 1 or 2 or 17 of her up just throughout summons. Being that she's a low rarity unit, it just makes it easier to get her. And then last but not least, you have Madara, who does not have a heal on any of his jutsus, but does have a buddy heal. and the only buddy heal for heart, which is important to note. So he's not optimal when it comes to healing, but he definitely has that heal, and that's just a secondary aspect to him. Lucky captains are essentially anyone with that can hit 99 luck, and would be easy for you to get that, you know, the highest possible luck you can have. So, you know, if you're running S rank, you want that 43% chance for lucky drop. You know, it's almost 50% chance, and the only way to do that is with the 99 luck captain. And unless you have, you know, 10 Maduras or 10 Itachis or something like that, you probably are going to use one of these units over here. Pretty much, these bottom 4 are all emergency mission units, and these 2 are both impact units. So in terms of order, it'd most likely be Yugito as the best captain, followed by Orochimaru. Then, in my opinion, it'd be Chiriku, Gaara, Deidara, and then Kirimaru last. Kirimaru is like, if you just started playing Blazing and he happens to be the emergency mission unit that's out right now. Alright, because all these other guys are better alternatives. He's just garbage. And the only reason you'd even run him is just because you literally do not own anyone else, or they're not at 99 luck. So that's really it. Then when it comes to utility, scrolling down, utility refers to immobilization, slip damage, jutsu sealing, anything of that nature, you know. Madara, slip damage. Itachi, slip damage and perfect dodge. Reikage can immobilize on his ultimate. I don't really consider him utility, but he does have his dupe abilities. If you do buy him, he has alternating abilities where it's like 10% bravery reduction, 10% whiz, 10% bravery, 10% whiz, 10% bravery, something like that, right? So, and the same thing with this Naruto. If you don't, this is Phantom Castle Naruto. He has a dodge chance on his normal jutsu, but the only utility, I'm just disregarding that aspect because you have to have duplicates of him to actually get that. What I was actually looking forward to was what this Naruto actually is really good for is the 100% attack boost that he can give for 1 turn, but it's all you need. So you can give this 100% attack boost, for example, and I've done this plenty of times. I give it to Madara, right? And then Madara just nukes the whole goddamn field. And, you know, you can do it with anyone else too, right? Doesn't have to be Madara. So, moving on. You have a 90% chance to seal with Hiruzen, best sealer for heart. Then you have slip damage on normal jutsu. Then you have 50% chance to immobilize and a destroy barrier as well with his second dupe ability. Of course, the first dupe ability is 10% slip damage up because when you naturally get this Sasuke, his slip damage percent is 90%. And personally, I believe this Sasuke has like the best utility of heart units. So, and then Darui can break barriers on his ultimate, and he has a 30% chance to immobilize on his normal jutsu. Nothing amazing, but it's just something to note. Tanks, honestly, I don't think are necessary whatsoever. This Hinata is not that good, but you can. She has her normal jutsu gives her barrier and the ability to a low percent chance to dodge, which can stack up to 45% chance. Being that she has such low chakra costs. Chiriku has damage reduction abilities, and then Yugito takes less damage from body units, which is really important. Yugito is the only tank that is, I guess, key, because if you're doing a 3-tail Naruto, heart only, you need Yugito. Straight, you might be able to do it if you figured out something else, but the easiest way to do it is have this Yugito to soak up that body damage, right? Otherwise, you're just going to be taking so much damage. AoE units, Hiruzen, Temari, Madara, Konan. He did forget Itachi. When it comes to AoE, Madara is the king. Itachi's next. Then you have Tamari's good, but I wouldn't say optimal. She's really good in Phantom Castle. That's really it. And Konan for a Ninja Road for a free unit is actually surprisingly pretty good. This is the current Ninja Road unit. Maybe when you're watching this video, it might not be. And then Hiruzen only has AoE on his normal jutsu, but still good AoE if you're bringing him for that ceiling aspect already. So in my opinion, Madara, that's just undeniable. Madara is the best AoE. Then on top of that, he has Itachi to follow up. Itachi having that high limit break damage is really good. Damage dealers are just people with high damage per chakra. You'll notice that I do this a lot on my analysis videos recently. My last 4 or 5 analysis videos have always included damage per chakra, and it's really nice to see it here all laid out, seeing who does what in kind of order. And when it comes to picking a optimal unit, it's really nice to see, okay, like Yugito's down here, but this is considering the fact that she's also a tank with a 99 luck unit, right? So Itachi is low damage per chakra, but he has AoE. It's AoE, and on top of that, he has perfect dodge. So things like that, just things to consider. But when it comes to pure, like if you're just looking at this for the pure damage, you have Madara the king. The fact that he's AoE and still is like head and shoulders above everyone else, a 500 damage difference between the next highest person, 500 damage per chakra difference is a lot, considering that, like, if Darui is not 6 chakra, but let's say, for example, he was, for 6 chakra, the difference between these guys would be 3,000 damage, right? So, when it comes to their ultimates, which might not seem like a lot, but it does make a difference. So, Darui is 4 chakra, and then you have Reikage, Tamari, Kirin Sasuke. Kirin Sasuke is AoE, long range AoE, and on top of that can immobilize. Reikage can immobilize as well on his normal jutsu, ultimate jutsu, and Tamari is just low chakra cost. So things to consider, but this is why I wanted to use this page for top nukers. What Anton did was separate them. If you have AoE, you will not be included in the single target list. So you won't see Madara here, even though he has more damage, simply because we're trying to just look at it for the simple fact of single target and AoE. So Darui is the highest single target damage dealer in Heart, followed by Kid Kakashi, and then so on. But this doesn't take into account damage per chakra. This is just who can put out the most damage, regardless of how even if this was like it took him 40 chakra to do this much damage, it's just, that's what it is. We're just looking at the damage here. So Darui is the best single target damage dealing, on top of having a really efficient damage per chakra. Now we kind of went over the basics, and of course I'm going to include the link for this post down below so you guys can read everything through thoroughly yourself, but I'm just using this as a guide once again. So according to him, on a 6-man team, you'd want one tank, 1 utility tank captain, 2 healers, 2 damage dealers. So the thing is, like, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, well, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And you can only have, like, he listed 7 things that you need, but you can only run a team of 6. That's where the units that have multiple attributes to them are really strong. So let's go over his best team, and then I'll go over mine, which we gotta see. Keep in mind, Madara can fit practically all these roles, so he's in every optimal heart team. And the best setup for heart and skill missions. Okay, so oh, that's cool. I didn't even realize that he did them separately. So overall, lucky unit, preferably Yugito, just like I said, followed by Kirin Sasuke. Then you have Tsunade Madara. Friend unit, preferably another Madara, and Reikage. So this was not most likely edited for Darui, like this aspect right here, because I would not include Reikage and I'd put Darui right here. But other than that, I agree with everything. Yugito, 99 luck captain, being 150, high stat line. Kirin Sasuke, I feel like is a must-have on a heart team. Just between slip damage, godlike AoE, long range, amazing stat line, and then the immobilization. Tsunade, Madara, right? So we're talking about optimal, so you might not have all these. So Tsunade for one heal, Madara for another heal, right? He's in the back simply because of the buddy heal. Of course, swap him out as needed. Then friend unit, another Madara, and then Reikage. So with that, you have 3 of the healers, right? Healing, you can heal 400 a turn between these two. Then you have Tsunade for that extra burst heal, and you won't even need Tsunade, right? If you have these two, you're pretty set off. Yugito's for that body tank, and then you have, you know, the 99 luck captain. Kirin Sasuke is the utility master and damage dealer, and then double Madara, and then like I said, Darui over here for a bunch of damage. So these units are really good because of the roles that we went over. They all do multiple things, right? You got the tank and captain here, you got damage and utility here, you have healing here, and then she also does, I don't know if it's listed here. I guess it's not listed. I thought she did more damage. Like Tsunade does, as you can see right here. Tsunade does a decent amount of damage on her ultimate jutsu, right? Just slightly off from this. And then, so she does deal damage too. That's the thing, right? You got Madara, everything, utility, healing, and damage dealing. Another Madara, same thing, and then Darui to round it off. That would be my, like, something that I'd run into almost every mission. And then these are extra. I'm not gonna go over this stuff. Then you have best team against body units. I guess this is if you manage to afford this. You have double Madara plus 1 Madara from Buddy, 3 Madaras to Yugito's. As he says, easy to explain, 600 healing per turn and tanking from Yugito. That's really it. Excuse me. Okay. So he even went out of his way to include the costs. He's saying that this team might, if it's too costly to run, being that you have 80 costs from here alone, I believe 60 here, 60 here, and then 60 here, right? So 80, 60, 60, 60. You're already over the limit with that alone. So this would be cost efficient, like, team. Gaara's here because he has a lower cost than Yugito by 10. Followed by Shizune, who has like single digit cost, like I believe it's like 9 or 11. Then, you know, you still have the double Madara for like the 160. Well, yeah, double Madara. This one is cost 80. Friend units don't cost anything. Another Shizune, and then a Tsunade. So this would be a cost friendly team. And then this is just a side note. Boss 777 is another unit. Is another person who is really helpful out here, and he says he's been able to beat every non-body mission using this team, being S, A, B, C, D, Q, E rank, whatever you want. So that's really the gist of it. You guys can take a look at the rest of this if you want to read through, and they just want to show this is the single target damage list, right? And I just wanted to scroll over to AoE. For normal jutsu, Madara takes the cake, followed by Hiruzen, and then so on and so on. And then, of course, ultimate jutsu. If you see, this is nearly double what Darui does with his ultimate jutsu, but Madara is just being included in the AoE aspect of it. Same thing with Deidara. Deidara does more damage than Darui, being limit breakable. Of course, this is including 2 attack ups, and this is including Madara's attack ups as well, which he has 2 of, I believe. So just wanted to point this out really quick. You can pause, take a look at it. But thank you guys for joining in. If you do like this video, please leave a like and let me know. There are 4 more elements I can go over, and as time goes on, this will always be changing. So since I had to explain a bit in the beginning of how this works, the video's 20 minutes long, but you know, aside from that, next videos, well, hopefully I try to keep them around 15 minutes. These type of videos are not possible to do in like 5-10 minutes, so hope you guys really enjoy this stuff. If you do, let me know. If you want more, let me know. Anything else, leave it down below. Thank you guys for watching.